Hey, what's good? This Belly Gang Kush, man. Ain't about your stomach, it about your pockets, man. I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastard.
I made the money counter go through. I got a switch on the back of the truck, and it sound like a drone through. She like the switch in the bottom of the bag. She not a look at her.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all. We got the talk of the town, Belly Gang Kushington, jumping off the porch with us today. What's up, bro?
What it is, man? Shit, being a dad today, man.
Man, I can dig it, man. That's what's up, bro. Hey,
yeah.
man, fam first. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yes, sir. I can dig it, man. Who you got up here on the porch with you today,
Got my
bro?
little boy Ari. Say hey.
Hey, what's goody? What's goody? Yes, sir. Pop's talk of the town, Ari. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About to get into it, man. So, Belly Gang Kushington, bro. Your name been ringing bells recently. You just dropped your new project, The Streets Is Yours.
Yeah.
How does it feel after, so much buzz, so much controversy, you know what I'm saying, that you've been, causing, with your music, over time, now finally being at a place where you dropping your debut album?
Man, it feel good, bro. It feel like, it's one thing to have buzz and just drop. But it's another thing to have buzz and drop, and it's everything the hype was about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For sure. It's like, a lot of people, with your name buzzing so much, it seemed like it was hype or it was clout. You know what I mean? But then you came out and you proven that all of this notoriety that you've been getting is really, is really something. It's really worth it.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go over there. You want to go over there?
He want to get to that iPad.
Yeah. Man, I think at first people just didn't know what it was because it was so like boom in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it probably was just, surprising, and they just, you know what I'm saying, couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But none of it would ever hype, clout, none of that, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't responding to that either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just keep remaining being a player, just doing what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Word. No, I can dig it, man. And
Yeah.
I think the biggest elephant in the room had been, people questioning your race, and a lot of the controversy was, in your lyrics, you saying nigga, and people like, is bruh black? Is he, you know what I mean? Can he really say this, or what?
Yeah.
So can you speak to, all of that and, all the questions regarding that?
Yeah, now I'm mixed, you know what I'm saying? I'm black and white mixed, you know what I'm saying? But, I ain't really answer that on the internet because I'm me doing what I'm doing, saying what I'm saying in the cell block, on the block, you know what I'm saying? In traps, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't finna just switch it up because, you know what I mean? It's the internet. I definitely don't give a fuck what y'all think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you somebody without a voice in real life, having a voice on the internet, you know what I mean?
No, for sure. And it's interesting, bro, because, like I found myself, now that I've been, just posting a lot more, tapping in a lot more online, like you see these comments and you wanna respond, you want to, but then you understand that folks gonna say what they gonna say, and they gonna hate you whether you up or you down, no matter what the circumstances are, no matter what you doing.
Yeah, man. The internet, man, them trolls, man, you know what I'm saying? It really just, you know what I mean? It's a great way to communicate around the world. But as far as like I say, bro, motherfucker ain't got no voice in real life. You know what I'm saying? They ain't have a voice in school. They were overlooked when they were grown, at the job, on the street, everything. Then they get on that internet, one comment might go viral, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, if y'all want to, man, you take them in that lobby. Okay. Yeah.
So speaking of your album, The Streets Is Yours, it just dropped and you charting number 7 hip hop and number 18 in the world on Apple Music.
Hey, yo.
How does that feel, bro?
Man, it was crazy seeing my name next to Taylor Swift, then go past Taylor Swift. I couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, we put their music out and our hopes are going crazy, but to see it actually go crazy and see the world care about my story on wax, like that shit everything to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit really make me want to drop another one and another one and another one, you know what I mean? Yeah. And stay the same, never switch it up for them.
Nah, for sure. And you got so much more personal on this project than a lot of the music that we had been, hearing from you. So, I mean, not to say that the music you have been dropping wasn't personal, but you really took it there on this
Yeah.
project. What motivated you to want to do that?
I mean, really just, man, my music like reality music, you know what I'm saying? It's like reality TV, but music, you know what I mean? Without the fake, without the cap, on me, everywhere, you know what I'm saying? My bros will tell you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I fall, we gonna laugh about this shit, and I'm gonna say I fell.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be like, nah, I ain't mean to fall, I slipped on a banana peel, you know what I mean? Like, it's the real me, you know what I'm saying? That make the best music, bro. Art is really about, you know what I mean, what you really going through. Them be the biggest hits, you know what I'm saying? So my son autistic, I'm gonna speak about that in the studio. This a release for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mama left me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak about that in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah, for sure. And I'm already seeing the comments, you know, people are saying like how your music, even though it like the project is so new, is therapeutic to a lot of people, and you relating, you know, to a lot of people on the project, you know, with what you dropping and the subject matter and everything.
Yo, fact.
How does that make you feel when you reading comments and I'm sure your DM blowing up too with people just telling you that your stories, you know, are similar to theirs and helping them to get through, you know, some of their stuff?
Man, that shit mean the world to me. Also, like, damn, me voicing this shit, I'm making this shit cool to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm showing people that, like, anybody can go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got an unreleased song, like, my little boy autistic. I'm a full-time dad, but I cook work in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't even understand, like, everybody go through this shit, all walks of life, you know what I'm saying? All walks of life can relate to this shit. And I love that shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. And when I heard you talking about it, I could relate to it because my little brother is autistic. So I help raise, you know, an autistic kid and still to this day, you know, take care of my bro and, you know what I'm saying, just make sure that he good and all that. So just having even within that, you know, like it takes so much more attention. You know, that you have to give, you know, those kids.
And it show people like vulnerability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the biggest players, like, we vulnerable, you know what I'm saying? All the real niggas, we vulnerable, like, I ain't lying about nothing. I'm proud of everything I got going on, you know what I'm saying? Good or bad.
What would you say is what's something that you've learned from fatherhood, you know, so far? Or something that you learned about yourself, you know?
Yeah, I was just about to say, it definitely something about myself. The biggest thing I learned is, like, you do got something to live for, you know what I'm saying? Before that, I ain't give a fuck, like, give a damn about getting locked up, give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But now it's like, you know, I got somebody else to live for, and then it taught me, I got myself to live for. I need to be at my highest power I could be at, you know what I'm saying? My best self, you know what I'm saying? It taught me how to get there, you know what I'm saying?
Word. And to tap into your story, bro, you from the west side of Atlanta, right?
Yup, west side, Adamville, yup.
Okay. Yep. And the west side, we know, you know, it must be two sides, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the west side of Atlanta is such a legendary, you know, side of Atlanta. You know, Bankhead is probably, you know, I feel like one of the most influential cities when it, you know, even comes to hip hop, you know what I mean? What would you say your experience was like, you know, growing up on the west side in Adamsville?
Just regular, you know what I'm saying, ghetto fabulous shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Just the regular ordeal, you know.
The song, I'm Sorry Mama, on your project, it's actually the longest song on the project. You really dug deep in that song. Was you apologizing to your mom more of a sarcastic statement, or where was that coming from?
I mean, really both, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shit, as a parent, we all know that your emotions slow down with kids. It's about you still doing what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? And then learning how to speed the emotion up even more with the kids. So, you know, it was both on, you know what I'm saying? Then obviously sarcastically saying, like, my bad for getting in your way, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word. And what type of kid were you growing up? Like, what was you into?
To be honest, man, you know, I always was just like, you know what I'm saying, looking for the shortcut or shit like that. I wasn't really bad at home. I was more so like bad at school, you know what I mean? I ain't really like authority, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't really like nobody telling me what to do, especially once I peep, like, this stupid. Like, we do it like this and it's better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did you mean when you said on Sorry Mama, when you said when my daddy seen my eyes, he knew it was worse? What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, my daddy one of them hard-bodied niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't have feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, this shit is what it is. You a man, nigga, get through it type guy. So, you know, it was just a figure of speech to like, damn, like, okay, they really affecting him, you know what I mean? Type shit.
Word.
Yeah.
And at what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
Jumped out of Porch, bro. I probably jumped out of Porch about 16, 15, 16. I mean, I was always exposed to this shit, though. Yeah. When I say jumped out of Porch, I'm talking about managing my own shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I always was exposed to this shit. Like, my dad ain't never keep shit from me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, man, seeing niggas cook up my whole life, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't never keep shit from me. Yeah.
And what would you say like influenced you when you were younger? Like what influenced you? What, you know, even gravitated you towards, you know, the street life and towards
shit, you know, really like just saying, you know what I'm saying, my uncles and shit, like really have that shit. Like, nigga, we buying everybody, you know what I'm saying, shoes, like I'm coming through with that money on, we buying shit on Christmas, like we got the car, we putting these fly clothes on, we taking trips, like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely like seeing my uncles, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I had another uncle who was locked up in New York, you know what I'm saying? He in them stories about all that. I'm going to visit him every year, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just, you know, regular ghetto shit, man.
Yeah.
But it was always the hustling. It wasn't never like I'm rebelling because of something, you know what I mean? I always took a liking to the hustling part of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get their money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're a businessman shit. At the time, I'm thinking that real businessman shit, but you know,
right. Yeah. And you also, you know, talk about in the music, like just, you know, looking different, you know what I'm saying, and feeling different from, you know what I'm saying, other people, like in the neighborhood and from your surroundings. At what point did you know, realize that, or did you always know that, like, you weren't different besides like the exterior, you know what I mean? Besides like maybe looking different from folks in the neighborhood.
I mean, I ain't never not know I wasn't different. Like, I mean, you gotta think, it my environment, you know what I'm saying? So this me, you know what I'm saying? Like, they the one who don't get it. My family get it, then after a while my neighborhood get it, then my hood get it, you know what I mean? Like, but as far as like understanding this shit was a gift, well, like, once I got older and realized, like, I'm different. Even with the rap, for instance, you know what I'm saying? It's a curse in something, like, in the crook world, it's a curse, because, like, they already know who it is on camera, you know what I mean? But as far as the rap shit, like, bro, it ended up being a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I got all this shit inside of me, and I'm very noticeable, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Word. And at what point did you know that you wanted to tap into music? You wanted to tap into, you know, your creative side?
Man, I always liked to rap, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, but actually growing up, like my homeboy Dread, you know what I'm saying, he just died last year, but he used to rap. He had a little rap crew and shit, you know what I'm saying? They used to record in the bathroom and shit, and they started going to the studio with it. And I used to just go with them, because they're my right hand type shit, so I used to just be in there sitting around, you know what I'm saying, on the phone, whatever. And he used to be like, bro, you gotta rap. Like, all of them used to be like, bro, you gotta rap, you know what I'm saying? I had to start being the one bringing the whole through and shit. They like, hell no, you the one doing, you gotta rap. So, hell yeah, he taught me how to rap.
Word. And who was some of your influences in terms of music? Like, who was artists that you was always, you know, looking at and listening to?
And, at the time, man, the greats, you know what I'm saying? T.I., Jeezy, Future. You know what I'm saying? Then obviously, you know, it came Thug, you know what I mean? Lucha, Lil Baby, you know what I mean? All the niggas that, you know what I'm saying, like Dro, Rocco, all the niggas that kicked the real Atlanta shit and helped form this Atlanta shit, like them was definitely the ones I was like, damn, okay, like I see me in that shit, like I can do this shit, you know what I mean?
And another artist from Adamsville, a Grammy Award-winning artist, Killer Mike, co-signed you, but then also, you know, reached out to you to collab on Lord Prepare Me.
Yeah. Nah, I actually did that song, like my verse and the hook and shit. And then his curator, Cuz Lightyear, heard it.
Okay, yeah. So
He was like, boy, that hard. I'm gonna let Mike hear it, you know what I'm saying? See if he'll get on it. Then Mike, you know what I'm saying? But I actually wanted for the album. Yeah, that shit was big. That was like my first big moment. Mike gave me like my first big, like, but it rap working, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then for it to be Killer Mike on top of that, like, Mike don't gotta do shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Home down there probably be the mayor one day or the president one day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that
that's
was
Killer
big.
Kill from the Ville.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there. So nah, that's what's up. That was a big look right there, and just showing just so much respect, because you know, like, people respect, you know, what Killer Mike say, and you know what I'm saying, his words. So
then on top of that, like how I had the song at first was just regular sample beat, you know what I'm saying, on rapping, and then they singing the hook, like the church was singing, the choir was singing the hook. When I got it back, that motherfucker was totally it showed me like how big you can go with the sound of a song, you know what I'm saying? Like, it had a real choir on it, it had real instruments on it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, for sure. Took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you actually write your raps too, which I feel like is in this day and age, like, kind of rare. You know, you hear about so many people punching in. How important is it for you to actually, like, put the pen, you know, to the paper, or you know, write it in your notes on your phone, like, really, you know?
I mean, the crazy thing about it, bro, I do this shit all different kind of ways, you know what I'm saying? I punch in sometimes, but majority of the time I get in my phone, rhyme, handling business. Whenever I get that feeling, I don't care if I'm in the club, motherfucking on the plane, I'm gonna pull the phone out, voice memo, whoop, 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 whoop. You know what I'm saying? Then by the time I find a beat, it might be a whole nother sound or change a couple words up. That's really how I put it, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Put it on wax first in my phone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you sometimes you'll go back, listen to it like in the phone, and then
I got like 1,500 voice memos, like, just scroll through the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or sometimes I hear a beat in the studio, get that feeling, and just go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like 75 on 75, bro, I really just heard the beat and just did that motherfucker in like 20 minutes.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Do you find that you know, sometimes, like, you might have a song that you've written and put so much time into, but then it's a song that you just went and punched in and end up being one that's received more than even the ones that you put so much thought into? Have you ever discovered that?
I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, I'm such a perfectionist. I put this shit down, man. I ain't never really dealt with. Now, I have seen songs that not go as crazy, but I get so much different type of love with my music. Like, I might have this song right here didn't do good on the charts, but that motherfucker got so much love from the street, you know what I'm saying? Or like so much love from this type of community, you know what I'm saying? It just, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? All my songs I put in the same amount of effort, whether it happened in 20 minutes or 3 days, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's all coming from the heart.
Exactly.
And you talk about, or you posted, you know, multiple times about Rod Wave and how his music has helped you, you know, to get, you know, through some of the things you've gone through. And then I saw you got a chance to meet him. Like, what was that like? And what was that encounter like, linking up with Rod Wave?
Hard. He just DM'd me one day like, you hard. Like, man, that crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even do all that, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like, you know, my supporters and shit probably done seen me post Rod Wave music so many times before that. Like, I just want to share it with them. But, yo, man, it's crazy because, like, bro, being locked up, going through fighting cases, being hurt by my little boy, you know what I mean? Just going through life, like, home really was like the soundtrack to my life, you know what I'm saying? As I got to be an adult. Home like the soundtrack to my life, you know what I'm saying? You know, he talk about real shit, you know what I'm saying, whether we want to hear it or not. So that was crazy.
Word. That was crazy. And again, I'm gonna speak on it, you know, him being someone who a lot of people look to and listen to and help them get through their situations, and then you being an artist that's having that same type of impact. I know that has to, you know, just be a surreal feeling to be able to, you know, speak to so many people with your music and just help so many people get through what they going through, you know.
Hell yeah, man, it crazy, you know what I'm saying? It crazy, bro. I was just riding down Biscayne in Miami yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to that rod, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I like low-key whips. I come from trapping for real. I got to be low-key, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no eyes on me, but I did a little, you know what I'm saying, Lamborghini runner and shit. But I'm just riding down Biscayne, like, damn, listen to that rod, like, nigga really beat this shit. Like, I dropped tears and everything, like, shit crazy how this shit come full circle.
Yeah, nah, for sure, for sure. And I saw that you met Revan Al Sharpton.
Yeah.
What was that like, bro?
That was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? We just run around New York, you know what I'm saying? And shit got put together. I'm like, damn, that crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play on the project?
I you know what I'm saying? He ain't just sitting there and listen to the whole project, you know what I'm saying? But he understood what's going on. He fucked it with Sorry Mama though. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. Who's somebody who's supported you or who's told you that they're a fan of yours that has surprised you so far?
That surprised me. A lot of folk don't told me like they rocking like Future, Thug, Baby, you know what I mean? But surprised me probably Kevin Durant. Hell yeah, Kevin Durant tapped me like, you hard, that was crazy, like. I didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah, nah, that's ill. And KD, he's definitely a music head.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's dope that he tapping in. So man, you did something, bruh, that a lot of folks in Atlanta probably hate you for, but they at the same time gotta respect it, bruh.
Yeah.
You stopped traffic on I-20 at like 5 o'clock, and you know this Atlanta traffic is retarded. Doing your From the Block live performance. Shout out to Aze and From the Block.
Yeah, for sure.
But bruh, what made you get in the middle of traffic to, you know, do your performance, bruh?
I mean, the same thing with this, when I did the 75 on 75, like, I used to live on the expressway, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ran up and down the expressway doing the wrong thing. Fuck it, I'm gonna run up and down these motherfuckers doing the right thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's it, for real.
Nah, that's real.
Yeah.
And speaking of doing the right thing, you've also been, you know, tapping into the community. I saw that you took a bunch of kids over to Walters, bought them all white Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Like, what is that experience like, being able to, you know, use your gift to be able to, you know, do good for others and help others that are in need?
Man, that shit everything to me, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I go broke just to see somebody else get an opportunity. I'm a hustler. I get this shit back. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, like, especially the kids, you know what I'm saying? You never know what we do might change one of their life. You know what I'm saying? They might be looking at us like, shit, I want to sell bricks. I want to go do this. Then it like whole time they get you in person, like, look, boy, that shit over with. Them days are cooked, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we getting money buying FO1, we doing a business, so we going to school, playing a college game, getting a job, whatever we doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And what was the point for you when you decided to, you know, take rap serious and not have 1 foot in and 1 foot out, but, you know, be 100% invested into your career?
Man, me and my manager Monday, like, I ain't never even like, you gotta think, bro, I was so sick in the mind with this shit, like, I ain't even think doing wrong was doing wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this just what it is. Like, he really sat me down when we met, like, look, bro, you can't do both. I even tried to keep doing both, you know what I'm saying? But I started understanding, like, you cannot do both, you know what I'm saying? Like, that money gonna decline from the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was. Like, shit, I had paper at first, you know what I'm saying? But focusing on this, I just started feeling alive with the rap too, like a breath of fresh air that I never felt before, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that's what it was. I was fighting 2 cases at the time, you know what I'm saying? And I just slipped on give up, like, I've been doing this shit for real, my whole life. Like, I ain't talking about caught away here, caught away. Like, I've been doing this shit every day my whole life. So it was just like a breath of fresh air. Like, you know how you get locked up and you be like, shh, at least I get to breathe in it, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that kind of how it felt.
Nah, for sure. And I know, you know, when you finally decided to, like, it's difficult to see the other side and to see that you can realistically, you know, pursue your career, pursue your dreams, and not have to, you know, do those other things. I know it's difficult to see that that's realistic, but I'm sure when you started really, you know, seeing the fruits from your labor, it had to feel good to have made that decision, you know?
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, it was a little sign from God, like the lad case, you know what I'm saying? Getting a call from the lawyer, like, knowing I supposed to did 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, we drop a bag and weigh it like this, you know what I mean? Like, but it was little signs from God along the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, crazy sign from God along the way that, like, you doing the right thing. Yeah. Even still now, bro, like, I ain't made it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I ain't going nowhere, you know what I mean? I'm still here, my feet planted, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing me, putting my art out, so, you know, we'll see if I get happiness in the end or not.
Right.
Yeah.
On your song 5 p.m. in Atlanta, you said a line that resonated with me where you said, I get my advice from them junkies who be dirty and they teeth be missing.
Yeah.
That line was so important to me because I feel like as we grow and as we elevate, a lot of times we don't take advice from people that might be doing worse than us or might, you know, not be up, you know, money-wise. But a lot of times those people, you know what I'm saying, that other people turn their head to giving the best advice.
Yeah, they give you the realest point of views, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the culture I come from, you know what I mean? Like, no folk be humble, first of all, you know what I'm saying? And they can humble you, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, that's where I get all the real advice from, you know what I mean? Like, a nigga who at the bottom or a nigga who know he can see. He might can't see clear with himself, but he can put it to you like this, and you be like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, even before your project came out, you know, so many people gravitated to your music because your music, your sound, it feels nostalgic. You know, it feels like, you know, that classic Atlanta, you know, that a lot of us love, a lot of us, you know, miss. But then when you dropped your project, you know, you included like some legendary samples and sounds, you know, on the project that really took us there along with the flow. Like You Need to Leave, you know, where you took the Charlie Boy Gang, Beef It Up, or, you know, 75 on 75. You know, can you speak to, you know, was that by design for you to, you know, also include like some of those legendary sounds on this project like that, or is that just kind of how it came about?
Man, that kind of how it came about, mixed with design, cause you gotta think like how I came up just freestyling on other people's beats. So I definitely wanted to make sure I kept that included in the album, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely, bro, like, you know, how the flow of things going, like I'm from Atlanta, I'm from this, you know what I'm saying? I did this when this song was, you know what I mean? So I definitely, you know what I mean, enjoyed rapping on there, and the songs you enjoy, they gonna always be the one that get picked. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Word. One of my favorite songs on the project is 4-1.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
No, really rocking with that. And I done ate at the Lucky Panda. It ain't too far from here.
Yeah. I mean, 4-1 on one where like, just that vibe, like, you know what I'm saying, confetti falling, you know what I mean, lights dim in the club, like you just vibing. Like, it's a gangster party, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And then on there you said, who done went and told my grandma I'd be doing wrong? Yeah. She thought I was her angel, her little baby. And that's just so true to how we live and grow up. Cause, you know, granny, we always gonna be, you know, granny baby or our mama baby. You know what I mean? We could do no wrong, you know, in their eyes. You know what I mean?
You know how your grandma used to be, my baby didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? But whole time you doing that, you know what I mean? Just one-on-one. You know how your cousin might go hate on you. He was doing this, like, you know what I'm saying?
Word. And then you also, you know, have done something, I would say, how can I say this? How do I want to say this? So in terms of you know, doing things in an unconventional way, you dropped your merch. You dropped a $100 brick white tee.
Damn, I got them motherfuckers in the car too. Yo, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Shit, that what it is.
Yeah, what was the inspiration? What was the inspiration for you to do that? And I saw you sold out.
Yeah. The inspiration from the white tees, period, was I ain't want to do my merch like no shit with my face on it or no shit like, you know what I mean? I want to do my merch with something I actually rock. You know what I'm saying? So for me to get where I'm going, I want to still bring what I'm doing here. The price that motherfucker at 100, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think like when Future said I get $100 lineup, shit, but lineups went to 100, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's a dope boys period. Like we wanna say, nigga, I spent that on some shit I ain't even care about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you say I got $100 car wash, all right, that's cool. $100 white tee, you finna throw away tomorrow, like, you know what I'm saying? We just like shit like that. I remember when Nipsey did his mixtape for 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was just like the same type of shit.
No.
And he actually got the idea from Nathan's Hot Dogs. You know what I'm saying? They first hot dog was 100. You know what I'm saying? Some old marketing shit.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
And we wrapped them in the bricks, you know what I'm saying? Just shit, that what we do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm selling real t-shirts. You know, niggas just call them motherfucking t-shirts for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now we selling real t-shirts.
Word. And then I saw a Key Glock copped a shirt.
Yeah,
I saw the owner of Denim Tears. I saw that he copped a couple of shirts from you.
Yeah.
How did that feel, you know, just again, you know, with people supporting your music, but then also just supporting your movement as a whole and somebody that's knee deep in the fashion world, you know?
Man, it mean everything, appreciate it. Like, it mean everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker package up just like this. We ain't doing no extra packaging, you know what I mean? We putting a size like this here, man, real small, so 12 can't see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we doing it. But man, it mean the world for people to embrace, you know what I'm saying, my whole, everything I got going on, you know what I'm saying, every part of the art, for sure. Yeah.
And with everybody, you know, rocking designer and trying to make that, you know, like be the main staple when it comes to fashion, you keep it dope boy fresh. You know what I mean? Like white ones, Dickie suit, white tees. Why is it important for you to stay just close to the soil, you know, with it, with how you moving?
Cause that's just me, man, you know what I'm saying? At first it was like, shit, that what I'm comfortable in, I don't even, you know what I'm saying? But every now and then I put some rapper drip on, you know what I'm saying, just to feel good or whatever. But this right here is keep me grounded and hustling how I was before this. You know what I'm saying? I might put a Dickie outfit on, keep that motherfucker on 4 days straight, you know what I'm saying, till I meet my quota, then go clean up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing right now, I'm hustling.
Yeah, word. No, I can dig it, man. And what would you say is one of the biggest life lessons that you've learned to date?
I'd say, what you put out is what you'll get back. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was on the bullshit, that's what I got back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm changing my life, trying to do right, that's what I'm getting back. Hell yeah.
Word. And I know through, you know, I know through a lot of the circumstances that you've gone through, it's easy to, you know, feel like life isn't fair. And I've even heard you in your music say that when you were younger, you kind of felt like that, like maybe like, you know, looking at things like, damn, like why am I going through, you know, so many of these things? At what point do you think you were able to like change your mindset from thinking that way into, you know, just moving forward and understanding like we all got something that we, you know, that we going through and that is not, you know, just me, not just you.
Yeah. Shit, really adulthood brought that, you know what I'm saying? Like maturity brought that, like, you know, like how me and my bro, like how we always talk, like, man, hey man, everybody got something going on. Give a fuck what you got going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, be a good person, be a man, be respectful, you know what I mean? Keep it solid all the way around the board, no matter what you got going on, cause everybody going through something. I'd probably say like adulthood, like probably about 17, 18.
Right. No, I can dig that. And with your son, what are some values that you're looking to teach your son, you know, some things that you want him to value more than money?
That right there, what I just said, you know what I'm saying? Good morals, good ethics, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a relationship. Somebody cheat on you, you don't gotta cheat back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. Hell, yo, stay yourself no matter what.
Yeah.
Hell, yeah.
Word. And then you just dropped your music video for Introduction.
Yeah, hell, yeah.
And that song, you had an interesting line where you say, I'm from the same city that Lucci and Thug from.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and just, you know, speaking on, you know, just being from Atlanta and, you know, there being just, you know, from the outside looking in, people look at Atlanta and say, man, you know, all the artists there, everybody there is, you know, it's all together, it's all, but in reality, us being here, we know that, you know, this is a city of, I mean, there's just, you know, it's a lot going on more than, you know, just everybody rocking in the studio together and all that. But why is it important for you to even, you know, shout both of those cats out, you know, in your song?
Man, at the end of the day, them two still goats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. I'm from the same city that they from. You know what I mean? Like, I think it say everything you need to say in the line. You know what I mean? Like, just putting it out there that from my point of view, these are, you know what I mean, two goats from the city, and, you know, we putting the city back on the map.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It never left the map, but we bring this shit back together, taking back over. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Because there's a narrative, you know, that there hasn't been an artist from Atlanta that has, you know, really blown up and taken over like in some time. You know, we know Atlanta's the hub, you know, for everything, but, you know, in terms of there being an artist that's, you know, had like a real prominent, you know, movement, it's been some years. You know, I would definitely, you know, say Huncho, you know, is a cat who has, you know, a big movement here and who's done a lot. But, you know, how does that even feel to be, you know, someone who's looked at as, you know, like, I don't know if this sound right, but like one of the saviors of the city, you know, nowadays, you know what I mean, when it comes to music.
Nah, I feel good. I actually it don't feel like nothing. Like, niggas like me, man, if that's what they want to say, cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing me, putting this shit on my back if I need to, whatever. Yeah. But everybody who done did this shit before me, like, these folks are goats. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas gonna do this shit after me. It's niggas doing this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't got the right look yet. They probably making a song right now, finna drop that motherfucker and go crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But me, I'm gonna keep this shit, I'm gonna keep these ideas coming, I'm gonna keep this art coming, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show them why we the biggest, you know what I'm saying?
Word. And what else you working on, bro? What else you excited about that you got coming up?
Man, I'm excited about the fact I got a lot of shows coming up, you know what I'm saying? That's something I really felt like I wanted to get to, you know what I'm saying? But I was so focused on the art, I wasn't really taking shows. Hell yeah, we back taking shows, we booked the fuck up right now. So I'm excited to get now get to those. I'm excited about, I'm gonna do my own concert here. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm excited to get back in that studio, man. You know, might get a deluxe, might get another album. You know what I'm saying? Might just drop some shit out the blue, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We here now, we working, we not stopping.
Nah, that's what's up, man. I like the fact that, you know, your whole career so far, you've been doing it your way. And even, you know, we met up a couple of months ago and was just chopping it up, and, you know what I mean, you was sharing some of your ideas and just some of the things that you were aspiring to do. And from my side of things, bruh, it's dope to see you actually do all of those things that you said that you wanted to do, and all of those, you know, out of the box ideas that you were even talking about, you know, a few months back. It's been dope, you know, sitting on this side, actually watching you do them and accomplish a lot of your goals, bro. So.
Yo, facts, like we kind of met on some family shit, so, you know what I'm saying? I was comfortable sharing the ideas, and y'all creative too, so, hell yeah, but I mean, we don't clock out, bro, on my team at all. We do not clock out, bro. Yeah. I ain't got no personal life, you know what I'm saying? Like, got my little boy here, like I just got back in town yesterday. Finna go back out of town tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a personal life, you know what I'm saying? But crazy thing about it, before the look started coming, I still didn't have a personal life. I was working so hard, you know what I'm saying? All we do is create, record, ideas, meetings, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
Have you started to figure out like any kind of balance with that though? You know what I mean? Because
Man, I can sit up here and say some old political shit, politically correct shit, but no, I haven't figured it out. I'm trying to figure that shit out right now.
Yeah.
Right now as we speak, I'm trying to figure that shit out.
Word. Nah, that's what's up, man. And shout out to Monday, man, because I know that brother be working hard for you.
Yeah, leader of the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the coach, so, you know what I mean? Like, this shit, we don't clock out, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that. We do not clock out.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna be one of them type of artists, though, bro. You know, when I meet a certain quota, I might take a 2-3 week break out the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see that motherfucker coming, I don't know, in 2 years from now, I might take a 2-3 week break, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much all I see.
Word, nah, for sure. Yeah. And then another question I got for you, you know, everybody been talking about, you know, like one of the big questions on the internet right now has been, you know, 100 people versus a gorilla. So I'm gonna ask you, 100 Belly Gang members versus one gorilla.
Boy, they gonna need 100 gorillas, boy. We gorillas. You know what I'm saying? 100 Belly Gang members, man, please, man. Gorilla gonna get squashed like an ant. But nah, I was just talking to Tay about that shit, man. Me personally, man, 100 niggas versus a gorilla, bro, like, that's a lot of power, bro. A gorilla gonna have to take, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't sat down and looked at the size yet, like how big a gorilla is and all that yet, you know what I'm saying?
A gorilla probably about as big as Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Thing probably about 300, maybe 400 pounds, and I think they stand close to like almost 7 feet. So
I don't know. I might have to go with man on that one. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes, sir. Nah, I can dig it, man. Nah, man. You got any shout outs you wanna give, bro?
Man, I wanna give a shout out to my team. We working hard. My label, LVRN. Red Push, you know what I'm saying? Amber, Joy, Jesse, Tunde, everybody, man, Sean, everybody. I want to give a shout out. My team, my label, we working hard. We finna show the world what the fuck we got to say.
Yes, nah,
Come
that's
sit
what's
down,
up, bro.
Sit down.
Yes, sir. Belly Gang Kushington. Appreciate you pulling up, jumping off the
too,
porch
bro.
with us, bro.
Appreciate you too.
He always give you that good, authentic hood feel. Like, if you ain't cut from this cloth, if you didn't grow up living like this or around somebody that lived like this, you ain't gonna understand.